Hey guys, so this week I wanted to chat with you about something that I've been going through personally with my own health and wellness journey, in hopes that maybe there's somebody out there that this might reach. You guys might be going through the same kind of thing that I've been going through, and maybe my journey might be able to assist you on your journey with symptoms or issues or things you're dealing with. So let me bring it back. I've been going through this for a long time. Some of you might have heard me mention it. I know some of you have been on a live workout with me, and I just have been struggling to breathe. So let me break it down from the beginning and kind of explain where I'm at now. Like I said, I have a feeling that there might be somebody out there that is going through something similar, and hearing my story might be able to help. So it started on Christmas of 2016. So eating Christmas dinner, having a glass of wine, and there's cookies, and there's all kinds of different holiday treats, and obviously balance. I always treat myself to that stuff. And I broke out in this like crazy heat rash. It started on my chest, and then it spread to my cheeks, and then went down my back and my legs. And it wasn't itchy, it wasn't painful or anything. I was just so hot, like so flushed, like I wanted to take a really cold shower. Then it went away, a couple hours. Fast forward, the next time I think it happened was Thanksgiving of 2017. Then happened again on Christmas of 2017. So it seemed like it was just that I was like eating things outside of my normal realm. Maybe like the holidays, you know, it's like a week of eating kind of thing. Maybe it was just adding up. Couldn't really figure it out. Fast forward 2018, I started having issues with my breathing, like training people 12 hours a day, and I cannot breathe, like winded going up the stairs. It was always worse at nighttime. It felt like I had like emphysema and I work out for a living. Like, this is not okay. This doesn't make sense. So multiple times I ended up at the urgent care. They put me on antibiotics, prednisone, inhalers, all kinds of stuff kept happening. And also the rash started happening continuously, more frequently. So like I said, it started out like a couple months in between just holidays. Then it started to be every 3 months. Then it started to be monthly. Then it was weekly. Then it was happening in some sort of capacity almost every day. So couldn't get to the bottom of any of it. So went to a pulmonologist. He said I have no asthma. Went to 2 different GPs. My blood work looks great. Went to an allergist, and they did all the allergy tests on me all over my back and everything. And he said I have 0 allergies. So what the heck is happening to me? So I took things into my own hands. At the end of 2018, I did a food sensitivity test. So I sent in a hair follicle online, and crazy enough, like 40 things came up that I was sensitive to. So immediately I changed my diet. I eliminated all those sensitive foods, and I hadn't had a rash in probably about a year. So no rash, which was great, but progressively over that year, 2018 and into the end of 2019, into the beginning of 2020, my breathing kept getting worse. Then this horrible like barking cough started happening always after I eat. Like at dinner time, I could be halfway through like my taco salad and I was like hacking up a lung. My nose would get all stuffed up, and I wasn't eating any of these foods that I was sensitive to. So I still was following the plan. I wasn't eating any of those foods that I shouldn't have been eating based on that test. And my symptoms progressively got worse, and there was more and more symptoms starting to happen. Joint pain, so like my fingers would be killing me at nighttime. Like I couldn't bend them all the way. Having issues, definitely the breathing, stuffy nose, just exhausted, and also some weight gain. So you guys know that I practice what I preach. I eat very well. I eat clean. I cheat here and there. I work out 6 days a week mostly. I add a run into our 5 days or something like that. But the weight kept going up. I just felt swollen. I felt terrible, just exhausted. I posted about 6 months ago a picture of me just struggling, that I was letting you guys out there know that even though I do this for a living, I was struggling. Okay, so that's like the long story. Sorry that took longer than I expected it to tell you the whole kind of story. But so in the past 6 months, I have been making a lot of progress with all this crazy stuff going on. So since that 6-month post back in September that explained that I was struggling, this is not making sense, doctors are not listening to me, etc., etc. I have done a lot of my own research on my symptoms and gut health. So I actually tried a few different things. So was reading how autoimmune symptoms, kind of what I was dealing with. So like the swelling, the exhaustion, the difficulty breathing, the congestion, etc., etc. I was reading how those autoimmune symptoms can coincide with the health of your gut. So like permeability and leaky gut syndrome and all that stuff. So to kind of test out this theory, I tried a cleanse gut health kind of program. And you guys know I am not about deprivation. I'm all about like everything in moderation, etc. But for me, this was like a test to see if I could be on the right track with something going on with my gut health. So I did 21 days with no gluten, no dairy, no sugar, no soy, no alcohol, and no caffeine. It was really hard. It was really, really hard, guys. But I can't tell you how much I was eating. I was eating a lot of food. I was eating probably anywhere like around 2,500 calories a day. I dropped about like 9 pounds eating these super, super high calories. Like I was eating anything I wanted without like counting it, that still fit with the plan. So I dropped crazy weight. And then like randomly day 4, I was like, I'm cured. I feel so much better. Oh my gosh, what's going on? So I kept with the plan, kept going. But then like day 7, my fingers were hurting again. Day 10, I started coughing again. So I definitely think I was on the right track with this whole gut cleansing program, that like I definitely have something going on in my belly. So continue doing more research, etc. And it's not something I know too much about. So I reached out to a local integrative nutritionist or functional nutritionist. So what that means is like they kind of think outside the box, like not Western medicine, not just giving me more prednisone because I can't breathe. Like, let's figure out why you can't breathe. And I actually did a stool sample and got my results back the other day. And it turns out I'm totally on the right track. I don't necessarily have too much bad bacteria in my gut, but I essentially have like 0, like so non-detected good bacteria in my gut. So when I eat things that are like a little bit harsher on the gut, like a dairy or a gluten or a soy, my body just is reacting because it can't handle it. So I'm actually, since that post, down, I want to say about 15 pounds, doing exactly what I was doing, other than taking out these like trigger foods and starting some new like natural vitamins and stuff based on my food sensitivity test, based on my stool sample test. And I'm now in the process of trying to heal my gut with this nutritionist based on the organisms and the bacteria that I was lacking in my stomach. So I'm having still good days and bad days. I noticed like I had family in town the other night and we had pasta and meatballs and all that kinds of stuff. And it was like instant, like my fingers started hurting again. And the next day, just crappy all day, exhausted, emotional. Like I do have a lot going on right now, but I was just like super depressed like that. Like it's crazy how your food affects you. So that's what I'm going through right now. I'm definitely feeling better. I'm feeling hopeful after, what is it now? So 2016. So about 4 years of progressively getting worse and worse and feeling like crap on a daily basis. I'm finally on the right track, and crazy enough, everything hurting me, so headaches, fingers, breathing, knee, like everything, all these wild symptoms that a lot of doctors would just label an autoimmune disorder. So that's what I've been told, is that I have autoimmune symptoms, and they want to send me to rheumatologists and all that kinds of stuff. It turns out that I'm really struggling. What I think is just a gut issue. So I'm working on the balance of the bacteria in my gut, and I'm hoping to kind of restore my gut health, and then I won't necessarily have to eliminate all of these foods on a consistent basis, so to say, because if I can get my belly back to like a balanced bacteria level where like I can have some cheese and my body's like, don't worry, we got this, and it's going to digest it properly. I'm hoping I can get to that point, and then I won't be struggling with these symptoms anymore. I can't tell you how frustrating it is to work out for a living and to be trying to motivate you guys to do more squat jumps, but not being able to breathe. So that has definitely taken a toll on me mentally and emotionally in the past couple of years. And I'm really excited that I'm headed on the right track, some positive information. If you guys have like anything like this similar to you going on, please reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to you about it. You guys know, practice what I preach. I want to help. I'm happy to refer you to this nice woman that I've been talking to, who's trying to get to the bottom, help me get to the bottom of my gut issues, etc. All right, so that's your balance banter for today. Hopefully I'll give you guys an update in the next few weeks based on my stool sample results and the new supplementation and food protocol that I'm going to try to follow. All right, see you guys soon. Have an awesome week. Kick butt in those workouts.